Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You feel it. Trying to free your mind.
So way back in the beginning of this year, Louisiana police used AI to try to find a perp, but it turned out to be the wrong guy. It said police in Louisiana and Georgia used technology to imprison a man for several days before they admitted they got the wrong person. So later on in about May 28th, 2023, ChatGPT fabricated cases and citations for a Manhattan lawyer's federal court filing. And it says that the Manhattan lawyer tried to shorten the research process by letting ChatGPT cite his case references for a federal court filing. Now we're here in October, and the UK government is using AI to help detect fraud and crime in their country, but the problem is they suck at using it. So it said investigators fear incidents could cause a significant scandal. They said concerns about AI often revolve around issues such as misinformation or potential blah blah blah. But it says, for instance, the UK government seems to have embraced the technology at a pace that might be considered hasty and potentially unsafe. Now, TechSpots is summarizing this article from The Guardian. I will link the Guardian article if you want the full context. But basically, TechSpot is summarizing that The Guardian reports that multiple UK government institutions have started utilizing AI in ways that could significantly affect the daily lives of ordinary people. The technology now plays a role in various procedures ranging from arrests, marriage license, to benefit payments. They said that critics have long warned its potential inaccuracy, especially when analyzing subjects with darker skin tones. It says such inaccuracies have even led to wrongful detentions. Despite being aware of these shortcomings, the London Metropolitan Police continue to employ facial recognition, making modifications that arguably impair the technology. Now, this Guardian article wants to make this racial instead of focusing more on the technical side and the boomers that try to use AI and don't know what they're doing. So I will spare you that and just try to focus more on the tech stuff. So they said AI-based tools employed by the government to improve benefits and marriage license have shown a tendency to discriminate against other applicants in certain countries. And it said a parliament member highlighted numerous instances in recent years where benefits were inexplicably suspended, putting individuals on the brink of eviction and extreme poverty. The suspected underlying issues is a system used by the Department for Work and Pensions for detecting benefits fraud, which partially relies on AI. So they said, even without pointing to substantial evidence, the tool flags people from Bulgarian nationals. Apparently, this AI system they insist that this system doesn't consider nationality, and they don't seem to have a full grasp of how it works, and they also don't seem to be willing to share how it works, what they're using now. But it said while this system also is good to help identify sham marriages, and it said while the system streamlines the approval process for marriage license, internal evaluations discovered false positives in Greece, Albania, Bulgaria, and Romania. The biggest thing about these instances aren't necessarily about discrimination in AI or whatever. Biggest thing to me is how these governments and law enforcement officials get access to this technology and they don't know what they're doing. Like I wonder, like these people using AI, do they really who are they hiring, or where are they getting the training to use this stuff and starting to implement technology without actually knowing how it works? Now, some people might use this as a excuse for government regulation, but here we have world governments and local law enforcement agencies using it and not knowing how it works. and then a regulation to prevent companies from using it doesn't seem like it's going to stop the government from screwing it up and using it themselves. In my opinion, they seem to be lacking the knowledge to use it versus the everyday consumer who seems to have more of a grasp on how it works. Besides these governments like UK government, we got entire lawyers trying to circumvent their job to try to summarize court references. This guy's in federal court and he's making these type of mistakes. Obviously, the police were, police officers are not the most tech savvy people in the world, but they had a guy locked up for a week here back in January before they realized we messed up. So I guess my question is, at what point do we focus more on training? Do these tech companies say, hey, we need to sit your cops down, we need to sit your politicians down and let them know how it works? Obviously, none of these softwares they use, a proprietary software they use, is going to be available to the public for open source. It's always going to be closed down because they're dealing with private criminal information and they want to keep that process as private as possible. But there needs to be, if there was any type of regulation first, it needs to start with the people that want to do the regulating, in my opinion. I think that the government should have very limited access, especially since even at the local level, they can't seem to figure it out across the globe. But let me know in the comments what you think about this. Is this going to be a huge problem going forward where AI is just used wrong and people get falsely convicted of crimes, or maybe they get quote unquote discriminated against because the software is biased towards people from certain countries or nationalities? If you're watching this on Rumble, Odyssey, or YouTube, I appreciate it. Leave a like, dislike, or comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this. And thanks, and take care.